touched my hand like I was safe, then let it go so easily, like love was just a phase. I counted every heartbeat when you stood too far away. Still I kept making excuses for the damage you would make. I wore you maybe like a promise stitched into my skin. I waited in your silence like forgiveness would begin. You looked at me like comfort, not like someone you could choose. And I kept loving harder, like love could never lose. I swallowed all my questions just to keep you in my life. I turned my pain into patience, I turned my tears to light. But you never saw the bleeding underneath my quiet smile. You only loved the version of me that never asked you why. I cried while you smiled, like my heartbreak was nothing to you. I fell apart in the dark, and you slept like you didn't have to. I held your name like a prayer, while you treated mine like a sound. I cried while you smiled, and you never turned around. You kissed me like a habit you could drop when you got bored, like I was just a season, not the home you begged me for. I stayed when it was heavy, I stayed when it was wrong. I stayed through every cold goodbye and called it being strong. I watched you grow impatient with the love I tried to give, like my devotion was a chain you didn't want to live with. And when I needed comfort, you became a wall of stone. So I learned how to break quietly, so I wouldn't feel alone. I stitched my heart back daily just to keep you close to me. I made myself forgiving even when you couldn't see. And you kept taking pieces like my love was endless air, while I was running out of reasons to pretend you ever cared. I cried while you smiled, like my heartbreak was nothing to you. I fell apart in the dark, and you slept like you didn't have to. I held your name like a prayer, while you treated mine like a sound. I cried while you smiled, and you never turned around. Do you know what it feels like to love someone who won't stay? To hold them in your arms while they slowly fade away? To beg your own reflection not to call them one more time, but still forgive them in your head like it's some kind of crime. I loved you in the ugliest moments, in the mess you never saw. I loved you when you were careless, when you left me raw. And you loved the way I needed you, not the way I had a heart to. I cried while you smiled, like my tears would just rain on your skin. I shattered in the silence, and you acted like you didn't hear it. I gave you all my softness, you gave me reasons to doubt. I cried while you smiled, and you never cared how I felt Now I'm learning how to breathe without begging you to stay. But some nights my heart still whispers your name in pain, because I cried while you smiled, and I love